Right, welcome back everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about the 2025 season racing plans. As you can see, we've got the MGF on the ramp. I was meant to be racing this last year, but obviously in our pre-season testing we had misfire issues. So that put a halt to everything on that. And all the toys came out the pram. I ended up buying the MGZR, which we were racing this season, and we done really well in that. We got a first in class overall across all the races in the season. And at another award ceremony done by the Speed Championship and the Cockshoot Cup, which I didn't go to that one. I picked up another award for the best spin. So yeah, I think that was why I got that award. But the only race that I did, or the only event I did with the Speed Championship, was that one event at Snetterton, and I can't believe that that spin gave me the best spin award, but it's an award, we'll take it. So yeah. So the ZR was only going to be a temporary car anyway for this season. I think it's provisionally sold. So we won't be racing that next season. So we need to get this back on the road and get this racing again for next season. Now, I'm not really 100% sure what I'm going to be doing next season yet. I think I just need to concentrate on getting all the cars finished, because obviously we've got this one to do, we've got the Metro to do as well, which is at my garage at home, and I've still got the XR3i race car to do as well. So we've still got 3 projects to do. So I think I'm going to be just doing, getting them 3 cars ready, maybe for the 2026 season, and we'll go all out on the 2026 season. Because there's still a lot of work to do on the Metro. I still need to get it started. I still can't get it started. It needs to have a tune, and it needs finishing off. But I think what we're going to do is we are going to get this ready, and we're going to prepare this for the Speed Championship. I've also put my name down for the MG Cup. But unfortunately, the plans that I'm going to be going with this car, which we're going to talk about in a minute, that puts me in Class C, which isn't going to be competitive. I haven't got the power for Class C, but maybe we'll do some power upgrades later on and get us a full Class C car. That'd be nice. I'd like to see this in a Class C car. And also I'm going to put my name down probably for the Cockshoot Cup as well, just in case. I might just do a race for the Cockshoot Cup as well. But I think we're going to purely concentrate on getting this ready for the Speed Championship. Right, so the bits I've got planned for this, I've just brought it inside at the minute. I'm trying to get it warmed up. It's been outside for months. And it's a bit damp inside with condensation. So I'm just trying to get it warmed up. I think the main thing we're going to be doing is the gearbox. I've placed an order for a short ratio gearbox with a Quaife diff. So hopefully that should give us a bit more grip and be a bit more predictable more than anything, because once these go and you are hanging on for the ride basically. So we're going to put a gearbox in that. Again, I'm just waiting for the ZR to sell before I put the funds in for that. because that isn't going to be a cheap part. I've got a Piper cam for the exhaust side, so we'll put a Piper cam into that as well, and we'll get it remapped, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more power. I'm not really too sure what power band this is in, but I'm going to say it's got about 170 to 175 horsepower, because it's got the manifold, it's got the ITG, it's got the Source map on it. So I'm going to say it's got about 170 to 175 horsepower. So if we can get about 175 to 180 horsepower with the cam, and then obviously we'll get a custom map, and that will then be custom to that car, and that'll be making the most out of all the stuff that's bolted onto it, rather than just having a flash map basically. So they're the two main goals for getting the engine and the gearbox done. I've ordered another seat as well. I've ordered a nice Tillet B6 carbon seat, and we're going to try and get the seat down a lot lower, because at the minute I feel really high. My helmet's really close to the top of the roll bar, and I don't think that meets regulations because my helmet isn't a certain distance from the roll bar. So yeah, I think I have to sort of like give it one of them to be in regulations. That's not ideal. So the idea is we're going to get another seat, and we're going to fit it into the car and try and get it closer to the floor. And that also brings the centre of gravity down as well, especially with my great mass. So gearbox, cams, seat. We need to fix this misfire. I'm not really too sure what it is. The only thing that I can think about it's going to be is something to do with the wiring and something to do with the main live to the injectors and to the coils. So I think I'm going to have to rip out the entire loom and just go through it again and just see if there's a dry joint or anything like that in there. So yeah, so that will hopefully get all the running bits done, the seat done, and I think the next thing to do is, stating the obvious, is trying to repair this side down here, make it a bit more cosmetically nice, shall we say. Yeah, so I've got the rear quarter, I've got the front sill, I've got a new wing. So yeah, we're going to completely do that side. We'll put a new door in it already, and so the door's straight. I'm going to take the door strengthening bars out of both the doors, so hopefully that will make it a little bit lighter as well. And I think I might take the under strengthening plate out of the floor when we do the seat, and then just try and minimise that, because there's a big old box section that's underneath the floor to give it some strength. But obviously we've got the roll cage in there that gives it that strength anyway, so I'm hoping we can get rid of that. And if we need to weld a bit of a bar in between the sill and the tunnel, then we will. Right, so I think that will do it for talking and the plans for next season. Just to recap really, we're going to be doing the Speed Championship with the MG Car Club. We'll probably do the odd race for the Cup in Class C, and again with the cock shoot, I think that might be Class C, because I think with the gearbox and the cam, that's going to put it out of Class F regulations. Repairing wise, gearbox, cam, remap, seat, repair down that side, and that should be golden. Oh, and the wiring harness as well. Right, so I think what I'm going to do in this video, just to finish off the video, is I think the first thing I want to do is start the repairs down on this side, because that's going to take the most time, and I haven't got a gearbox yet, so I can't drop the box at the bottom yet. So yeah, I think we're just going to carry on and repair the side. Right, as I feared, these two 17mm bolts under here, there's like a crash can underneath here, and the bolts go into a lot of threaded bolt, and they are notorious for not spinning but being seized in there and end up mullering the crash can at the back basically. So I need to cut these off just under here, and stuff that I was doing in here are there's 3 8mm for the light unit, and then there's 2 13mm either side for the rear bumper support, and then number plate lights, 2 of them, and then the rain light that I've got attached to the bumper. So that's what I was doing in there. Right, so I think what I'm going to have to do is raise this up and then get a grinder on here if I can, and see if we can grind these bolt heads off. Right, again, I think we're going as far as we can for today in the sense of stripping, because it needs to go outside and it's absolutely gushing it down the next couple of days. So I need to leave the door and the roof on for the time being. The rear bumper, you can see these little bits of metal that's twisted off. I just managed to just keep twisting the bolt, and that actually twisted that bit of metal off the bracket. I'll show you the bracket. So yeah, you can see where the bracket is or the crash can is bolted to the body, then you've got the bracket on here. Same on this side as well. So we'll need to replace them crash cans in their entirety. Vent is out, wing is off, front and rear bumpers are off. So yeah, it's literally waiting, well, ready to go basically. So what we need to do is we need to try and find all the spot welds for this outer skin here. This is all full of filler, and this corner here is full of filler as well. I did do a video a couple of years ago now of repairing this section on the other side, so that side's all good, but this side here is, yeah, just really soft, and there's a couple of little holes in there as well. So again, we're going to be replacing the whole quarter panel as a complete unit, the whole front sill there, the wing, the door's already been done, but again we need to find out, you can see these little dimples here, they're all the spot welds that we need to drill out, and we need to go through the entire bit here. We might have to take this whole bracket off here to get to all these spot welds down here, because I don't think the new panel comes with this splash shield here, so we might have to unpick all these spot welds here, and then where it goes on to the inner tub bit in here, that all comes around here, and then we've got a joint here, which is I think glued together with seam seal, I can't remember, and then obviously we need to unpick all spot welds around here, all down here underneath this bit here, and again all in this door section in here. Right, so I think that's going to do it for today. We'll pick this up in the next couple of days, so I'll put it all in the same video of stripping this whole side apart at least. So yeah, we'll see you in the next couple of days.
A few minutes later.
Right, I'm really sorry guys, but I just found a little bit of time to crack on and get this done. I was going to time lapse all this, but my GoPro is at home, so I can't time lapse on with the GoPro, and my phone, that just take up too much memory, because it literally took me nearly 2 hours to get all this out. But I'll take you over and we'll see what we've done. So we've unpicked all the spot welds, and the actual sill piece tucks behind this back panel. You can probably see that I've literally cut that bit of sill out because I couldn't quite get to the spot welds underneath. Unpicked all the spot welds down here, and then obviously down here as far as I can, all this here was just full of filler, all on top of here as well, and it even had a piece of plastic, I think that went in something like that, that was just stuck in, wedged in there, and then filled over the top of. So yeah, that's lovely, that, isn't it? I am on the hunt for this little bit here. You can't get these anymore. I did buy one probably a couple of years ago now, but they're no longer available. So I've got the part number and everything on. I've got it on the groups, so hopefully someone will have one in their stash that I can purchase off them at probably at a double of what they would be, because I think these from Rimmer Brothers, they were struggling to get rid of them, so they put them in their sale. I think you can probably pick one of these up for about 12 or 13 quid like a year or two ago, but that's not the case anymore. So hopefully I can buy one off someone else, and if I've got to pay 100 quid for one, I've got to pay 100 quid for one. but I definitely need it. I don't really want to put it all back together without one of these. Could I repair it? Probably, but again, if I can get hold of one, then that just makes the job a whole lot nicer, basically. So let's pull you back to the panel itself that I've unspot welded. You can see all the spot welds in there, and this bit goes underneath. I literally cut through there, got rid of this piece because obviously that went onto the other side of the panel. So again, yeah, I've had to bend all this up to get this out, but scrap anyway. And again, just drilling out all the spot welds, and then just a spot weld chisel to get rid of all the ones that I couldn't get. And just see in here, look, there's another big chunk of filler. Look, it's gonna do me a world of good, that is, getting rid of all that, because that's quite weighty, that is, so lightweight and all that. And you see where all the rotters come on. Again, more filler. Yeah, that was a filler extravaganza. Get my words out. But this is the new panel that I've got here. This comes from Rimmer Brothers, and it's actually made by Heritage Panels. So we can stick it on. We can't go underneath the sill at the minute because the sill's all bent up, but it looks a fairly good fit. So yeah, slowly but surely we are getting there. Right, anyway, I'm going to stick the door back on so we can push it outside, and then we'll come to this bit another day, a couple of days later, and yeah, I'll remember to bring my GoPro with me so we can time lapse the whole ordeal of taking it all off, because as I say, that front bit there took me nearly 2 hours to get off, trying to unpick and drill out all the spot welds. I could just cut it off and, you know, grind back all the flanges and stuff like that, but I wanted to try and do it as neatly as I possibly can. Right, so this time we'll see you in a couple of days.
Several days later.
Right, back again, guys. I've already got the car back on the ramp, got the door back off again, and got a few bits and pieces off. So I've got this plastic like finishing piece off, which is just a couple of rivets. Normally you've got the tornado cover popper that goes on here. Door catch is off. The rail trim is all off, and the seal is all pulled back. And I've got the chrome finishing strip off there as well, and obviously the wheels off. I've got it all jacked up so we can access all these bottom spot welds, but that's just full of filler in there, so we'll have to see how good we can get hold of that. We would like to just drill out all the spot welds as they are, but I mean, as you can see, we've got quite a few to drill out, and then it goes all the way around, all the way down the back, all the way around here. Might have to take this panel off as well. But yeah, I've got my GoPro, so I can set you up, and we'll just start time lapsing and hopefully get this rear quarter off. Right, that's one rear quarter completely off. Obviously we did the sill as well. So yeah, this side is now completely stripped. We're gonna have to put the door on and the roof back on so I can chuck it back outside. I've got all the panels, so we can panel it up at some point. I've got a little bit of cleaning up to do, obviously with all this panel glue, seam sealant. There's a little bit there which I had to cut out, get a bit more panel glue and seam sealant. There was some tack welds on the corners of these panels, and I did actually cut through my hose. I don't think I've cut all the way through it, but we'll need to replace that as well. Should have got out of the way really, but I was being a bit lazy. A lot more seam sealer to get rid of. Had to cut through this bit here because again this is just all packed with seam sealer. Struggling to get the panel off, and again I think there's a little tack weld on that corner there. But it's just a case of just cleaning everything up now. Let's have a look in the wheel arch. I mean, these wheel arches look pretty sound, apart from this bottom bit here, again all full of filler. And obviously the bottom lip I'm going to have to take off as well, because we cut through that because I couldn't see any of the spot welds. So it's just easier just to put a grinder through it, and then we can chisel that off, like we did on the front bit here. So yeah, this is all ready to panel back up again. There's the rear quarter. We're gonna have to keep this bit here and keep these two tabs here, because I don't think the new panel come with it. And I think the door strike latch bolts, I think we're gonna have to unpick weld that. I'm not too sure if it's got that strengthening plate on there as well. But we're going to have to get the new panel out anyway and just have a quick look and see about that. But yeah, I'm just going to tidy this all off camera. It's just a case of just grinding down some stuff and just unpicking some more stuff. So, right, again guys, I couldn't help myself. I had to put the panels on to make sure everything kind of lined up. So I cleaned up all the existing panels at the bottom. I've unspot welded the bottom bit of that bit there. Got that picked off. Got everything cleaned up, and we're looking golden. I think we might just need to tweak this inner strengthening bit in a little bit, or out a little bit, because I think that got tweaked in the accident. But apart from that, all underneath is absolutely fine. And I think I'm going to have to do a little bit more cleaning up around this light aperture, because that panel don't quite fit in there. And as well around here on this new panel, it's not quite the same because it's a reproduction panel, not an original panel. Don't get me wrong, it fits really good, but yeah, you still need to do some tweaking. Yeah. Please mind the gap. Anyway, but yeah, that all sort of sits down. That will sit down really well. Seems to be a little bit of tinning going on here, but again, once we get everything straight in place, that should all fit in. The only thing that I'm concerned about really is this bit here. Don't seem to be wanting to butt up against the original panel, so I think that's not quite there, and it sits a little bit high as well. So I think we'll need to do some minor tweaking on that to get all that to sit correctly. I'm not going to go too mad with spot welds, because if I ever have to take this off again, then it's going to make my life a lot difficult. These are not structural panels, they are just beauty panels, as I like to call them. Got a second hand wing on as well. The old wing here, it's not in bad condition. I've just got a little bit of rot in the bottom there. And this one don't. So this will need a little bit of a clean up, and cut the lip back and fold the lip back over like I've done on this one to clearance the tyres. But yeah, we'll panel this whole side up. Obviously need to put the door on. I haven't put the door on yet. But I need to take all these panels back off again and degrease all the flanges and get them in some kind of zinc primer or rust primer or something, just to stop them from corroding. But yeah, let me do that, and then obviously I'll take the panels back off again and you can have a proper look round underneath all these panels. Right, that's all primed up now, so it's got some zinc rich weld free primer on it. It just helps with corrosion and stuff like that in the meantime, and obviously I can weld through it later on down the road. It's not going to be sitting outside or anything, hopefully, by the time I do this, but this workshop do get quite damp sometimes, so just try and minimise it as much as possible. I'm going to order a microturb bit on here anyway, just so I've got it, and we'll come to that another day. This bit here I'm just going to leave. As you can see, I've just cut that off. Normally I'll just follow all the way around here and it just closes that bit off, but the panel sits right up against here anyway, so we might just need to smudge a little bit of seam sealer in here just to stop any water or moisture or weather getting in, basically. The old panel, I am going to have to take a few bits off. As discussed, we will need to take this panel off, which is just a couple of spot welds here, and then these bumper support brackets, again they're just stitch weld on, so we just cut them off, and also the door latching mechanism bolt captive stuff. We'll need to unpick all them spot welds out of there and take that with us as well. So yeah, the new panel don't come with that, unfortunately. And you can see the amount of rust that we had going on, and believe it or not, that was just all fill with filler. So yeah, I'll show you just a couple of bits that I've saved. So they've gauzed it out and then filled it with filler. And another bit there, look. Right, I think that will do it in this video. We've got all the panels off now, so it's just a case of repaneling it. We've test fitted our new panels, so once I've got the repair panel for this, I've taken all the other panels off this one here and transferred onto the new panel. We can then offer up, get the door on, line everything up, get everything screwed into place so we know that everything fits where it needs to fit. And it's just a case of just bashing a load of holes in here and plug welding the new panels on. It hasn't got to be perfect. As I say, it's a race car. You know, it's not going to be no show queen car, and these are just beauty covers to cover all the strengthening bit. And as you can see, there's no damage to any of the strengthening bit, which I was quite surprised about. I think what made it worse, in the sense of the damage here, was I'd taken the door strengthening bar out of this side. I don't really need a door strengthening bar because obviously we've got the roll cage bar, door bar here, so just trying to save a little bit of weight. But because that wasn't in there, that then allowed the door to completely cave in and then obviously do the damage on the rear quarter and the sill. So yes, I'm not going to learn from my mistakes, and yes, I'm still going to take the door bar out of that new door. Right, I think that'll do it for this video now. So again, thank you for watching. Again, if you haven't subscribed, obviously consider subscribing and hitting the like button. That'd be great. It helps the channel out massively. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video, where hopefully we'll be paneling this thing back up and welding it all together.